If you are here on this video right now, it's because you probably deep down want to learn how to build $1 million business of your own and build the life that you've always wanted to. And you're here because possibly someone on my team has either asked you to watch this prior to a call so we can run you through exactly how we could do that together, or you're coming across this on YouTube and you're curious about how to know how to do it yourself. Either way, welcome and what is up. In this training, I'm going to walk you through the 3 main problems that prevent businesses from getting to $1 million plus. First problem being the quality of call that you're booking at the moment, or the volume of calls you are taking is way too low and inconsistent for you. Second problem being that you aren't converting anywhere near enough people at the percentage you need to sign the amount of clients up you need to in order for you to get to the $1 million a year. And the third being the lack of time, good quality of support from team, and you need to buy your time back with people who are team members that will help you scale and treat your business as if it is their own. I'm going to walk you through exactly how I fixed all 3 of these problems in my own business and sold $3 million in the past 2 years, and how I've helped 400 high-ticket business owners do the exact same as well. I'll hold nothing back. I'll show you the exact way to book the calls, the exact way to pre-sell them, the exact way to build the cash flow and team up, and build your own $1 million business too. And just so you know, I'll show you through this here. It's called the social pre-sales conversion funnel, which actually I'll take you through the scripts, the micro offers, the templates we use to actually create the content, and the pre-call conversion assets that you can literally take away and use yourself from this call. And I'll walk you through something called the offer linking method that will show you exactly how to get the right person on the call every fucking time. This is the exact same stuff I have used to help Chase, a client of mine, scale his consulting company from 3 to 300K per month in just 18 months. It's exactly how I helped Colin scale to 210K per month using the power of micro offers in his Facebook group for his consulting company. And exactly how I helped Clay go to 75K per month in the first 16 weeks. And then he actually went to 100K per month thereafter that, from inconsistent 20K months to hasn't actually had a month under 100K per month in over a year now. And although I'm really proud of those results and the hard work those clients put in to build $1 million businesses, I actually hate sharing this stuff because I really know all you care about is showing you how to do it yourself. If you don't know who I am, this guy here on the left, that's me. My name is Chris Morrison. I'm actually the one pictured in the right here. The one on the left is Michelle. She's my wife. I married her 2 weeks ago. She's much better looking than I am. And for the last 3 years, high-ticket business owners like marketing agencies, coaches, and consultants have hired me to help them fix offers, fix their messaging, fix their sales processes, fix team issues, and build $1 million businesses. Here's the Stripe screenshot that I absolutely fucking resent showing you right now, but I know it needs to be there for proof so you think that I'm not talking shit. Here's a picture of my team. That's Faris, that's Kyle, client success and ops, sales rep and setting coach, that we were in a car on the way to our private client mastermind in Arizona last year. Just so you know that I have the team. Here's a picture of me with some of the clients at that event after not having killed me or wanting to kill me or asking for a refund. They actually wanted to spend time with me because they knew that I could actually help them do greater things in their business. Disclaimer number 1, none of the information here is going to be useful to you if you do not want to scale up using organic marketing, a Facebook group, or your Facebook profile to scale. Disclaimer number 2, this will not be something useful to you if you do not have great client results you want to share with the world. Disclaimer number 3, this information will not be useful to you if you do not want to build a real, highly engaged following with ideal clients who want to buy your offers every time they say you put something out. Disclaimer number 4 is none of the information here is going to be useful to you if you do not sell a high-ticket service of at least $2,500 per month or want to sell 30 to 50K packages per year, and it's definitely not for someone who sells low-ticket bullshit or SaaS shit. Disclaimer number 5, this is not for a beginner or a brokey looking to get their first clients. This is, however, for high-ticket business owners like marketing agencies, coaches, consultants, sales trainers who are already successful, already have hit their 10K months, and are serious about hitting $1 million plus. If that's one of you, you're one of my people. I'm here to serve you, and let's fucking go. To hit $1 million, you need to cross the chasm of these 3 big stages of business. You need to go from Mr. Do-It-All himself to Mr. Small Team on Board to Mr. $1 Million Leader. This is what the whole journey looks like to go from 20 to 50 to 100 and 250K months. You could pause the video and look through all the actual stages of business that you go through and what problems and skills what problems you need to solve and skills you need to acquire to achieve 20, 50, 100, and 250K months. To graduate from Mr. Do-It-All himself, you need to solve the call quality and call volume issues and call conversion issues. To graduate from Mr. Small Team on Board, you need to solve buying back your time, systems, and process issues. And to get to 100K per month, you need to scale what works and begin to get yourself out of sales. I showed you all those to let you know that we have a pathway for each of those stages in business, and we have the infrastructure to help you build $1 million business. But let's get into the actual problem solving, the stuff that you came here for, and forget my stupid Australian voice. The first problem that prevents high-ticket business owners from reaching $1 million a year is they either have a quality of call booking being absolute fucking trash at the moment, meaning that you're speaking to brokies, unqualified prospects, or the volume of calls you're taking is just way too fucking low. Technically, it's two separate problems, but we're going to have to treat them like it's two separate problems and bucket them into one thing that prevents people from getting there. The first is that you keep getting calls at brokies who just aren't qualified for your product, service, or program, and it fucking sucks. This is what's called a messaging or positioning issue, right? This is where you are not actually speaking to the pain point that your ideal client is experiencing in the content you're putting out or any of the stuff that you put out in your offers or whatever your method of getting clients is right now. And if you keep doing this and you keep speaking to a problem that they've already graduated, you're bound to keep rejecting the people you actually want to purchase from you. What's fucked up is this is not uncommon at all, and I'm going to share an example with you. This beautiful toothed, amazing haired dude, his name is Conrad. He's a client of mine. He actually lived with me for a while here in Australia. Conrad owns an agency who helps e-com stores who are already doing about 50K per month to get to about 500K per month and to help them scale. Before he started working with us, he was making the grave and deadly mistake that most people make, and he was talking to low quality and low level problems that pay low dollar retainers to get fixed. Problems like leads and sales, which are just fucked up if you ask me, unless you don't know any different. And instead of speaking to higher quality problems like average order value, quadrupling existing traffic, and doubling conversions in their carts, just speaking to leads and sales. You see, when you're dealing with experienced business owners who have already had major success, the reason they've had that is because they've typically fixed those shitty problems. They've fixed leads, they've fixed sales, they've figured that shit out. They've graduated from these problems. And if you're talking to problems that they've already graduated from in your content and offers, why the fuck would they want to work with you? So many people get this wrong. And if you get it right and you can fix this, you can grow your client list extremely fucking fast and with people who aren't the brokers you might be attracting right now. I have a methodology I have created to fix your messaging issues called the offer linking method. This is one of the two methods I'm going to share with you on this training. The first one is the offer linking method. It will help you reverse engineer the exact problem you want on the sales call. The second one is the social pre-conversion funnel, which will help fill your calendar with sales calls with people who already want what you are selling. The first method will stop you from getting brokies on call. The second will fill your calendar up with people you actually want to work with. Let's get to it. Offer linking. Offer linking is where you and I sit down together and reverse engineer the exact person, the exact pain point, and the exact thing you want someone to say when they show up on a sales call with you, which is actually the foundation of your $1 million business. And I want to make sure that everything you put out in your content and everything you put out in your offers speaks to the pain point that your ideal client wants to get solved when they hop on a call with you. We link it into your content, your marketing assets, your offers, and into the offer that you actually sell, hence the name offer linking. It's not rocket science, it's just a fucking cool name. The way we do this is by breaking down the exact rich person problem you want showing up to a call. Your person has probably already overcome the shitty problems. They don't struggle with leads, sales, and calls anymore. But maybe right now they do have teams on board. Maybe they're struggling getting their sales team to drive revenue the way they'd wish they'd hoped for them to when they first started and hired them. You see, by talking about low quality problems, you're going to create low quality clients. But when your client has solved the low quality problem and issues, they create 2 to 4 new problems that they are experiencing. New problems they didn't expect to have and are pained by on a daily basis they'd love to fucking solve really fucking badly, and they'll typically pay 3 to 5 times more than they would for the normal problem that you would typically solve for them. As an example, When you solve a leads issue, you create a sales issue. When you solve a sales issue, you create a delivery issue. When you solve a delivery issue, you create a team issue. When you solve a team issue, you create a team production issue. When you solve a team production issue, you create a management issue, and so on and so forth. You could stop for a second and discern which of these problems are you talking about in your marketing and in your content right now. And are you talking to a low-level problem or are you speaking to a high-level problem? And if you think about this, these are very similar to the stages of problems that we spoke about in the beginning when we first started this video off. Kind of like 20K problems, 50K problems, 100K problems, 250K problems. Everything below the line here is a rich person problem. Everything above the line here is a brokey problem. The idea is that you want to speak to below the line rich person problems and not above the line brokey problems. And the thing is, that might look slightly different for everyone watching this video. You might be a sales trainer and you might want to train sales teams up instead of speaking to people who are just looking to get their close rate higher. Forget close rate, think about fixing a sales team's close rate. Maybe you work with e-com stores and you want to stop talking about getting leads and sales, but you want to talk about scaling profit and average order value. Maybe you are a marketing agency and you don't want to talk about just getting leads and calls for people anymore. Maybe what you want to talk about is filling someone's calendar up for their sales team because maybe they've been struggling for God knows how long and they're scared that they might have to actually fire their sales team and they will regress from the business they've actually created. You see, what's interesting is a higher level business owner will actually fight harder to stay at the top once they are there, so they will pay more money to get a problem like that solved. The crazy thing is, we just need to figure out what these are. If you can figure out what the problems are, you will find so many rich person problems to solve, and you actually make sure that when you speak about this, you attract the person you actually want to work with. And when you break that down into hundreds of micro offers that we can probably help put together for you, we can scale your inbound lead flow ridiculously fast. And if you want to build a $1 million business that you love and is sustainable, you need to solve rich person problems. Here is some examples through Conrad's story yet again. As we mentioned earlier, he wanted to take people to 500K per month. That's their desired state, and their current situation is about 50K per month, right? Instead of talking about leads, sales, and conversions, what we're talking about is knowing that they've already got sales, they've already got landing pages, they've already got these things in place. We're talking about how do we bump the average order value up? How do we get you selling something significantly higher profit from day one, and actually just make sure that the pages that you currently have are converting at a higher rate right now, without any change in traffic, without any additional spend. And once we've got a higher product being sold, and once we've got the existing traffic converting significantly better and those customers are buying more, then we can scale with more paid traffic and just send you to the fucking moon. What we want to do is make sure that all of your content or offers come back to one of the pains that is actually a rich person problem that you would see on the sales call. Here are some examples of what this stuff looks like in practice when we did this with Conrad. You can see here that he was speaking to the call out, i.e. the 30 to 500K per month, and letting them know that the issue they're experiencing might be that maybe they don't have a proper system for acquiring new clients in and on top of the way that they actually drive existing revenue from their customers. What's interesting is when he talks about that problem, people become aware of those things, and he then goes out and puts offers out for playbooks that we helped him discern would be the best thing for his existing market that he wants to serve based off his existing client results. We helped him put together a playbook from a result that he got for a company called the Kings of Neon on how he scaled them from $1 million a year to $6 million a year, and broke it down step by step in the exact way that he did it. And as a consequence of that, he actually got 56 people to opt in who were actually the right fit for his business. How funny. And as a consequence of that, not only did those people opt in, he actually signed up someone who was at 500K per month already, a high seven-figure brand who wanted to scale even further. A high seven-figure brand wants to solve the problem, and because they're already at the top, they want to make sure they maintain their status and don't go backwards, so they're willing to pay higher and higher and higher amounts. Conrad sold this guy at a 5K per month recurring revenue retainer instead of the $2,000 he was actually charging earlier. Isn't that what you would like too? This all happens when you get your messaging right and you build a long-term, sustainable $1 million business. This is all the stuff that it's built on, right? I do this a lot as well. Now, when I'm looking to work with someone that's already at a higher level who has a sales team, or they possibly have a team on board, or they're looking to get a team, what I do is speak to team issues in particular. I speak about teams, I speak about sales teams, I speak about optimization of existing stuff that's happening, and I help them understand that I actually understand their problems, and people like that come and actually work with me. I think we signed up about 5 clients from this post in particular. We've probably made about 70 to 80 grand from this post so far. This is exactly what we would help you do when it comes to developing your own messaging and positioning for people who are actually a fit for you, your service, and your offer. How it usually works, if we go back to Conrad's thing, we want to ID the exact person, right? We want to reverse engineer the exact type of problem that they would have at getting from here to here. And we want to work out what the main issues are and then break these down into the 3 core problems, which are the pillars of the things that you do, which are typically the things you pitch on a sales call, which are typically the things you write all your offers about and create all your content about on a in your group or in your profile or email or whatever else it is it might be. And myself and my team will typically actually write 5 to 10 hooks for you and actually make sure that we work out which of those stick best with your audience. And we keep linking them to the pain point that solves the issue they're experiencing, which always leads back to your offer until you are fucking filthy rich or just signing the amount of clients you want to on a weekly basis anyway. It typically works, and it works extremely fucking fast. And it fixes the getting the wrong people on calls issue and lead quality issue for sure. What it doesn't fix for you though is the call volume issue, right? What fixes the call volume issue is the first 4 steps of the social pre-conversion funnel. This is all about filling your calendar with high quality calls and producing the right content and booking calls in Messenger multiple times on a daily basis. I'm about to show you the exact types of content I've personally used to build my $1 million business. This might be a great time to pause, grab a pen and pad, start writing down the exact types of content that I'm talking about. Think about some ideas that you could use for yourself, go through some examples and look at the scripts, write down what you could do to change your scripts out and all these different things so you can copy, do whatever you need to do. I'm going to show you the exact script we use to actually book 3 to 6 calls a day between myself and the sales team at the moment. You know exactly what to post, exactly what script or process you will need to use to get from someone from post through to call and then client. How lucky for you, right? This is the whole funnel, right? Offer linking, this is ideal current situation, ideal desired state, rich problem 1, rich problem 2, rich problem 3, and it always leads back to the offer. And then we just want to make sure that from your profile, group, and stories, you're actually speaking about these problems in your content and then marketing micro offers to get people reaching out to you in Messenger. Let's talk about your top of funnel content and how it will fill your pipeline with people you need to actually sell to build this business for the $1 million. Top of funnel content, there's 4 different types, right? There's problem content, envy content, evidence content, and product content, which all gets people to be aware of the shit that you do at the level that you want them to understand, i.e. the rich person problems, which when they see a micro offer go out, they just go, oh my God, this is my guy. We have to produce content that speaks to the main pain points we want on the call and stacks evidence up to understand that those rich people problems that we spoke about earlier are the things that we solve. Here are some examples of this, all right? So problem content type number 1. So content type number 1, problem content, right? So we spoke earlier, possibly about fixing an issue where someone was maybe speaking about low-level problems that was getting them low-quality prospects, that was maybe preventing them from being able to get to 6-figure months, right? Maybe not you, could have been anyone. But maybe the idea of problem content is to install the idea into people's minds that there is something they're not currently doing that they weren't aware of that's preventing them from hitting 6-figure months. You know, letting people know that maybe their messaging might suck could be something that I would talk about. And maybe it gives them a way to identify that they may not have the results they want right now in their business, and that maybe there is a solution to it, and maybe it links directly back to the pain point that we would want on a sales call and that you would want on a sales call with yourself as well. So problem content is content type number one that helps them see what's preventing them from getting the results they want in their world right now. Content type number two, envy content. This is the stuff that would make someone go, fuck, why don't I have those results? This here is where we give our ideal clients reasons to be envious of our existing clientele and reminds them there's actually answers to the problems that they want solved or that they have right now. And that they should feel almost silly for not working with you right now as a client. This post here, right? We're obviously linking back to offer linking being the thing that we want people to really want at this stage. And we're just showcasing that a client of ours who was on a dry spell for 5 months had closed 100K, and this was collected, mind you, in 14 days, all from utilizing what we're talking about here in offer linking, right? Like, one of the objections that we get in so many cases is like, man, is it going to take a long time for this to actually work for me? And I'm like, well, dude, if you have a list of 500 to 1,000 people in a Facebook group, your existing list on your friends list on Facebook, Instagram, email, whatever the hell it is, right? I am convinced if you show me your ideal client, your offer, your existing sales process, and the team that you currently have right now, that I'm convinced there is 100K in your database to go and collect on right now. So if someone says to me, like, this is going to take a long time, and they qualify within that, it's ridiculous. I can find the 100K for you. And what's funny about that, as a sidebar, this post alone probably made me 100K new clients. Anyway, the premise of it is we want people to feel jealous, envious of the exact client results that are existing in our world right now that so many of us just can't see sometimes, right? Like, another huge rejection that I typically get from many people is like, I just don't know if my client results are that good, but when I go and do discovery into the results that they do get, they just aren't tracking their existing client results well enough to be able to discern how well they're performing from the leads they're getting, from the coaching they're giving them, from the consulting they're doing. And the second I go and discern and dive into that, the first thing we do with every client is put together something called a CTM2 offer. It's a Chris told me to offer. The average client that we work with probably makes about 50 grand from that offer that I write for them, and we put it to their existing list, and it goes crazy, man, because they haven't figured out how to position themselves properly. Content type number 3. This is evidence content, right? So content type number 1 was problem content. We want to install the idea that you don't have what you want or what you need right now. And number 2 is we want to show them that our existing clients are winning in terms of that right now, and there's a reason to be envious. But to think about this logically, right? I like to think about all marketing and all sales like a courtroom situation. I grew up with a father who was a lawyer. He still is a lawyer, was a lawyer for the actually he's not a lawyer anymore. He's retired now. This year he retired, 42 years in law. And it felt my whole life like I was in a courtroom with him, because it was either I had the answer or I was up against a judge who was going to ask me hard questions that I didn't think I could get past, right? Now, I think all your prospects need to be seen as judges in the court of proof prove to me you aren't a piece of shit and you're not going to just steal my money, right? So what we need is to think about, if we're going to go to a court of law inside our prospect's mind, we need to have enough circumstantial and substantiated evidence to prove that if I'm going to make a promissory claim that I can back that shit the fuck up. So I need evidence content. This is why I put stuff like this out, right? Client interviews are the best for this. Chase got to 300K per month from 3K per month. You should definitely watch that interview if you want to see what that process looked like. It was like 18 months. It was insane. We crushed that one. This is where, again, like I was saying, you show evidence that you would want people to know that you can make that claim, and you can make that promise, and you can back it up. Like when Colin got the micro offers crushing at 210K per month. I found client interviews, case studies, or anything through what we help you create with your own offer linking based approach is the best way to do this, because no one else out there can actually say that they get the same results if your own mechanism and your own rich person problem and the way that you communicate that is something that no one else has, right? You put these into your group, you share them with your prospects, and in between calls, you give them assets. You send them the interviews, you send them the trainings, the videos, to let them know that you know that they have the problem, and you show them in what way it works when you actually work with them, and how you can solve them together if you work together. And when you do this right, by promoting these properly, you actually get people opting in to actually want to work with you, right? Like if you can maybe put together an SOP on each different result that you got and say, hey, at the beginning of each interview, if you comment below, I will give you the actual step-by-step that got Matt this result. You can actually turn these into opt-ins, and these create the best fucking clients for you too, right? So you have the court of law, you have the prospect as the judge judging you, looking to see, are you real? Are you a fucking liar? Because they've seen your problem content and they've seen your envy content, and they just need to see what your process looks like, right? So you've got the first three types of content, the top of funnel content that get people's attention and get them seeing that you are the real deal. Then we have the last type of content, content type number 4. This is called product content. Now, newsflash, you are currently watching product content. Product content is for ideal clients that are the most aware and looking to get a problem solved, but just want to know what it looks like first, right? When you get this right, people just show up to calls asking how the fuck they can buy because they already want what you are selling. And honestly, dude, I can't imagine that isn't what you want to, right? Like that's why you're fucking watching this, right? So when you're putting all these types of content out, you're getting people from problem aware, envious of the existing client results that you are getting right now and the people you're working with, and then backing that up with proof that you have the fucking juice to get them to the result. And then showing people the solution with your product content. Product content being the stuff that actually shows people your product, your offer, your service, your solution, right? And you're building an engaged audience, which is what your $1 million business actually needs, right? An engaged audience who wants what you are selling, that your team can actually service and you can keep marketing toward. And if you work with me, myself, or someone from my team, we'll help map out the exact type of content you should be posting. We have hundreds of examples, SOPs and swipe files and all that good stuff. But in most cases, I'll just write offers for you. I'll just make sure we actually have you posting stuff to your lists that actually get your juices flowing and your cash fucking growing. And all that's left to do at that point, because at that stage, you'll have people coming in, right? Content's doing its thing. But now we actually need to have something that predictably creates inbound call flow for you on a weekly basis, right? Like top of funnel stuff is where people are like, oh my God, this is the shit. This can solve my problem. I've never seen anything like this before. And I know that this guy's the thing for me. Now what we need to do is actually get the people who are at the top of funnel into the middle and bottom of funnel and off the fence, right? This is where we have the real cash juice. This is the organic offer content, micro offer content stuff, right? This is the middle ground here. Whoop, that got way too big. This is the middle funnel. This is the micro offers. This is possibly how you got here, right? Like this is where you ask people to directly reach out to you and ask what you do or ask for something that you have put out, kind of like the thing I showed you with Conrad earlier. And this might be how you actually got to this video right now. Maybe you commented on something in my group. Maybe you commented on a two-step post in here, right? Like maybe you commented on a micro offer. Maybe you commented on to get the triage off a swipe file. You went through the process with someone on my team, and maybe you actually ended up getting onto a call with myself or someone on the team. Maybe you got the pre-sell and convert content, i.e., offer linking, the stuff we keep talking about. Maybe you got the 50 clients tutorial from Facebook groups with one simple offer a week. Who knows? That might be how you got here onto this video right now. I'm just sort of showing you as evidence at the same time too. But this is the stuff that actually fills your calendar up and helps set the foundation for the $1 million business that you want. So here is, in my opinion, why most offers that most people put out don't fucking work. I give away to all people who ask for it. I give a swipe file of the top 72 offers that I have seen work for us, our clients, or just great ones that I've seen out there in the market, right? There is so many in here. We break down why it worked. We break down exactly the core ingredients and all the things that actually help you understand what you could do to actually create the same for your own business. Where I see most people fuck up is they just copy, right? You've not actually created a very clear picture, and you've not offer linked, right? You've not created a very clear pathway that you would want to take someone on, and you haven't marketed your micro offers to the pain point that you actually want on the sales call. And that fucks you over because you don't actually get someone opting in for a problem that you want solved. Sorry, for a problem that they want solved that you already solve within your service. Now, the magic in the way that we do this, right, is that let's go back to Conrad's for an example. Come back here. So if Conrad puts out something about average order value, and this is like the average order value swipe file of the top 50 offers that we put together to help someone scale to 500K per month. Now, two things are true. Number one is that the person opting in either has an average order value issue, or they want to increase their average order value, or know how to increase the average order value, which means that qualification tick number one is already true. They already want the problem solved. And what we need to do is to hop into Messenger and to just find out, are they actually at a stage of business where it makes sense for them to actually work with us on this problem, which we can ask one or two questions to discern, are they in the actual ICP? Now, I don't know if you see the genius in this, but it means that every single micro offer that you put out, you know that when someone opts in, they're actually already going to want what you are selling, or at least want a problem that your offer existingly solves right now. And you just have to ask a question or two to pre-qualify them in Messenger to guarantee that they are the right person. And the thing is, I think that most people fuck this up because they're too scared to actually get it wrong. You just don't put enough of these out. And that's why we actually map out probably 9 to 12 weeks of these for our clients. And we actually show you guys which ones we track. We track rigorously, right? I can even show you ours actually. 2 steps, assets. Cool. We track to see which ones actually got the most leads, right? And then what we do with these typically is like, group resurrect guide, comment below cash machine. What we typically do, right, is we will see the ones that did the best and then help scale with paid ads on the ones that did the best, right? Driving new leads to the groups or whatever else that it is that we are running advertising wise at that point in time. We're at a stage where we can do that. If you are at a stage where you have the cash flow to do that, we find what the offers are and we help you do that too, right? But what we want is for you to be able to drop offers like that, get people opting into something just like you see people do in our group here, right? They comment below, you reach out and say, hey, I saw the thing that you actually asked for. Now you can discern and pretty much already know the issue that they're experiencing. And you just have to ask them a couple of questions. And knowing that you know the actual thing that they're already experiencing, you can have an honest, open conversation about the thing that you actually solve in your service. Now, that does half the job for you. Getting calls from this, there is another half of the job that needs to happen, right? So the micro offer gets someone to a point where you can actually speak to them in Messenger. The amazing thing is because the top of funnel content already pre-sells someone, and then the micro offer gets someone who's already been watching this shit for a while to go, oh my God, this is the thing. Now you just have to ask them, are you the right person? Is this the right problem? And is this something you would actually like to get solved if we were to chat together? I want to show you what the actual messenger flow looks like for someone from this offer that I showed you earlier. It was actually about the team training one, right? This is someone that opted into this, who booked in for a call. We just asked like, hey man, I saw you were chasing this training for the team thing. And we're just finding out, do you currently have a team? Yes, no. What's your current average goal? He was at 20K per month. Like I said, when you speak to high level problems, you get high level people coming in. Do you currently have a team? He's scaling to the millions in the plan. He's like, yep, wants to get to 50 to 100K per month. But he's getting smoked on average fucking ticket per sale, if that makes sense. So pretty much just asked, like, hey man, I can see. So like 2 questions in, right? Like, is this the thing that you are experiencing? Where are you at? Is this the team you want to bring in? What's preventing you from being at the 50 to 100K per month right now? Cool. It's only him selling, which means it's a team issue. So now it's just like, cool man, you able to do some feedback? Dude, biggest thing I see is you just aren't actually going to be able to do this by yourself. You need to bring the team in, and I have a 7-part series for this, but I think some personalized insight might be good for you. Do you have 5 to 10 minutes? He booked in for a call, and as you can see, it was like really short convo, really concise, really high-level prospect, and it all came because the marketing spoke to the pain point that we wanted on the sales call. Now, when you do this right, whoa, let's go this back. Where I think most people go wrong here is they never have the script or flow that actually matches the offer that they sell, right? Now, why it works so well when we do it, or we give the right structure, or we write the right structure out for a client, is because prospect opts in to offer, and then we make sure that each script that they use matches the offer that they spoke to. So as an example, if I'm showing you this, you can see here, the first question I ask is actually based around team questions, right? If it was an offer based around offers, or if it was an offer based around average order value, if that makes sense, we would make sure the questions were based around offers or average order value, if that makes sense, right? The script flow needs to actually match the offer that you've given out in your micro offer that speaks back to the pain point you want on the sales call for that specific day. And the thing is, you never build it into a process, and you never validate it at least 35 times before bringing a team member in to actually take over the appointment setting for you while you market the offer. What we do a little bit differently is we actually write the script for you, and we review all your conversations and re-script until you've had at least 30 to 40 conversations booked into a sales call for you, and then help you bring in an appointment setter to actually help you scale things up a whole lot faster. But the real magic is in the fact that your client, your ideal client, has already opted into something that directly leads back to a pain point that you want on your sales call. This is how one strong micro offer post weekly can actually fill your pipeline up with enough calls to sign 1 to 3 clients per week, week in, week out. If you recall this little micro offer and setter combo we spoke about earlier with our client Colin, this is how we helped him scale to 210K per month with groups. And this is what you want to actually do to help scale your call volume every week when you know that your messaging is good. This is how we fix the first and main issue that prevents people from building $1 million business and getting people to actually want what you are selling. So that's the big thing, right? Like, we want to make sure that you don't have that problem to deal with anymore. The second problem, though, this is where many people get stuck. Like, obviously, when you're dealing with, not having enough call volume, but like obviously not having enough call volume with people who are actually the right fit, they are big issues, right? But what's even worse than that is when you do have those things, right? You do have the call volume, and you do have people who do want what you are selling. This is where the second problem comes in, right? Making sure that enough of those people convert into paying clients. Now, there's 2 things that help with this. Sure, one is what you expect. It's a great fucking script. Something my team and I will actually help build out for your offer the same way we do in the actual messenger conversations too. But the second thing is so much more important because it does all the heavy lifting for you before the sales call. It's the pre-call conversion assets. It's the stuff here. It's the interviews. It's the videos you're watching right now. We have documents sometimes they can use, but this is where prior to a call, you give your ideal client something for them to decide whether they should or they should not take the call with you because they've decided inside their mind's eye whether they would be a good fit as a client for you or not. And you let them know that by turning up to the call that they are telling you that they would actually like to explore becoming a client of yours. Pre-call conversion assets can be a combination of client interviews, offer documents, or process trainings. But the biggest needle mover is having something that pre-handles all of their objections and has them disqualify themselves if they don't feel like they're ready or want to buy. The combination of having a killer script based around your offer in particular and pre-call assets that actually help pre-sell people and actually have them decide that they are already in a position where it's the right time to scale and they actually want to figure out how to work with you and that they would like to become a client of yours, and it's just more so about figuring out what that looks like. This is how you're going to do it. But this is what you know, and you know that you're going to kill all the objections prior to the call for the most part. There may be some things that you might have to chat through logistically, but the big things are going to be gone. For example, if you know the prospect has an objection about needing fast results, send them proof of people getting fast results prior to the call. That's an obvious one. Or if you know the prospect is doubting whether your process will work for them or his industry, what I would suggest you do is like send them something prior to the call after you've spoken to the messenger that mimics an exact result from someone at their stage of business with their existing problems in their market, and speak through how you got that result for that person. If you don't have something like that already, just fucking create one. Prior to the call, you want to make someone believe that you have all the answers, proof, and results for someone in their exact situation. And when you do this, your conversions will fucking skyrocket, bro. How many more clients do you think you would sign up on a weekly basis if you knew that they would all show up to a call already wanting what you were selling because your marketing linked them straight to your offer with your use of the offer linking method with the micro offers that drew them in, right? And if you knew that they were going to show up on these calls ready to tell you that they knew that they were a right fit because they'd already watched the content that you asked them to watch before the fucking call, do you think your close rate would go up 10%, 20%, 40%? Who fucking knows? More, right? Like, I bet you it wouldn't be small though. This is all the stuff you would need to be able to build the acquisition system you would need to have in place to scale to $1 million a year. And this is why I created this social pre-conversion funnel, so that you can get people on calls who already want what you were selling and actually want to fucking buy already, right? Like, why the fuck else would I have created it? This is what we use in our own business. It's what we install into all our clients' businesses. And it just fucking works, right? It works again and again and again. The last constraint, right? We fixed call quality, we fixed call volume, we fixed call conversions because we're actually having people show up in calls already wanting what you were selling. The last constraint is needing to buy your time back, right? Here's the big thing. Most people are bottlenecked, not because they're actually time poor. It's because they're cash poor. They've been selling themselves into offers they hated selling at price points that mimic slave wages and payment plans that McDonald's could play better than. What's really funny is when you increase the quality of client you get on a call and you actually have them already wanting what you were selling using something like offer linking, they typically show up to the call like better, right? They show up wanting to buy your highest tier offer already. And when you're only marketing one clear offer that you sell, you typically only sell one offer, and it's usually your highest priced offer. And when you pre-sell them with the social pre-conversion funnel and the micro offers and the pre-call conversion assets, you almost always double your capacity instantly, and you can scale more effectively because you aren't serving shitty clients who demand the fucking world of you anymore. And what we do from there is we help you document the process to actually get all this stuff moving, right? But like, big picture, the thing that we want to focus on is like, how do we just help you sell your highest tier packages and get you more capacity per client, right? So like, you sell one thing, it's at anywhere between $2,500 to $5,000 per month instead of what you might be selling for right now. You might be able to fire the existing clients you have right now and just keeping the good guys on, right? Like, that would be a fucking dream. That opens you up so much quicker. Because I think one of the biggest objections I get in many cases is like, fuck, man, if I take that many new clients on, then like, I'm going to be bottlenecked, right? Sure. But if you were charging $5,000 a month, like, or $3,000 to $5,000 a month, and you could sign up 2 a week, you are adding $24,000 per month in monthly recurring revenue to your business every fucking month, right? Like, it's insane. Of course, things will change pretty quickly for you. But what we do from there to buy your time back properly is we help you document everything from your marketing, setting, sales, all the way through to onboarding and delivering of your clients, so that you can plug them into the playbooks that we have and help you hire VAs, account managers, media buyers, appointment setters, or closers, and help you scale your offer up properly. But not only that, they can come in and get trained by us. We can actually upskill the team, and you can just really focus on fucking being the CEO of your business from the outside, like you actually want to fucking do, right? Like, this is exactly what we did with Zach. You would have seen me talk about Zach before. Zach and I, when we first started, he was a one-man show making like $8,000 a month. He's up at 80 grand a month right now. He's got a appointment setter, an account manager, ops manager, and it's just him, like murdering the real estate space. He's managing the team. I trained his setter up. We trained his ops manager up and his CSM up too, actually. They're doing great. And he's crushing because we built the processes, we've made them work, and then we documented them into a playbook that his existing clients could actually use to scale up real fucking quick. This is everything you would need to use to actually put, team in to validate, to use a validated process to help you scale to $1 million. And we are really fucking good at this, right? And I know you've watched some of these things before. There's a couple of options as to what you can do from here, right? Like you can do it yourself. I've just given you the whole fucking thing. You can go and create your pre-call assets. You can go and create your scripts. You can go and write your content. You can go and do it all yourself, right? Or you can get someone to do this for you. You can hire an ad agency, or you can even possibly go to a coaching program that has information upon information upon information. But you're never really going to get the help that you actually want, need, or deserve, right? I know this because I've been in so many of the programs you've probably been in yourself, or maybe you are in right now, and maybe you aren't actually getting the help that you want, need, and deserve, right? This is a different thing at Predictable Sales, though. We have the information, we have all the actual SOPs, tools, and templates, but dude, I hop in there and help you actually map out the transformation offer that you actually want to install for a high-level client. I help you figure out what the actual positioning needs to be for your rich people problems. I help you write out the offers, the lead magnets, the hooks. I help review the content. I help write the scripts. I help write the sales scripts. I review the convos and the sales calls to make sure that there is nothing that would prevent you from being able to win here. We have a 16-week program called Predictable Sales, and it's literally myself and my team actually sitting in there speaking to you on a daily basis, reviewing fucking everything so that there is zero way that you can fucking lose. In month one, when you work with us, we promise to help you get the cash that exists in your existing world right now. We promise to fix your offer. We promise to fix your marketing and your pricing in month one. In most cases, in month one, most people typically tend to make their whole investment back in month one if they are actually at a stage where they have, if you've taken at least 50 sales calls in the past, we can probably get your money back instantaneously. If you have a group of 500 to 1,000 people, there's more than enough people there to book calls. If you have a list of people who are friends of yours online with 1,000 to 5,000, we can very easily get 50 opt-ins and you to sell a fuckload of people from there too. In month one, we just promise to help you get the cash that exists in your world right now, but we know we can promise to help you fix your offer, your marketing, and your pricing so you can start getting the right people in on calls with your own level of offer linking, and we can actually position you for rich problems. Month one, get your cash back, start booking some small calls. Month two, we promise to help you get daily sales calls with the right people who are qualified. We review your convos, we review your numbers on a daily basis. We help re-script, redocument everything that needs to happen so we can actually help you get as many calls on as you fucking can to sell the fuck out of your offer. You should be taking a call per day. If you're shit at sales, right? And you are taking 5 calls a week and you're shit at sales and you're closing 185 people, so 20%, you'll be closing 1 client per week, right? 1 client per week, if you are selling at $2,500 per month, and you have a 25% churn rate, right? Is 4 clients a month, which would normally be 10K per month in monthly recurring that you would actually add month in, month out. So like month 1, you would add 10 grand. Month 2, you would have 20 grand added. Month 3, you would have 30 grand added. But if you lose 25% of clients, it's actually 7,500, then 15 grand, and then 22,500. So by month 4, you should have an additional 20K in monthly recurring if you're doing everything on a daily basis as suggested. But month 2 is all about making sure you have the call volume to be able to do that, right? So fix the call quality, fix the call volume. And then in month 3, I promise to help you sign up at least 1 client per week and do, as if you're doing everything we say, and we're reviewing the calls and figuring out what is preventing people from signing up, we will figure out what that is, and we will give you the actual offers to go and make to people for people who didn't close, right? Like make a repitch, do something that would actually have them get back on a call with you because we ID'd and discerned the objection. So it's really fucking hard to lose calls and lose sales at the same time as well. And in month 4, we promise to help you document everything that worked to release you from the day-to-day, right? Here's everything you get. You get the predictable sales community, curriculum, and calls. Let me just hop in here and I'll show you what all that looks like. So curriculum-wise, you come here, we have the guides. You've got audience building, marketing, groups, appointment setting, sales, pipeline, sales training, strategy set stuff, objection handling, VAs, Q&As, team building stuff. Like you've got everything you would need. There's SOPs galore. There's SOPs and absolutely everything here that you would need to actually make this happen too. If you come to the events here, we currently do 3 group coaching calls a week. If I go to past events, can I do that? Here we are. Last week I ran a call, this week I ran a call on how to market to hit people right in the feels, how to book 3 times more calls than normal. I typically train setters. I typically help people, train themselves in setting. Jake, who is our resident sales coach, actually trains people up on sales. We have a call on offers and content. We just go through everything with you and just educate you on what's working right now, right? The wins that come in here on a daily basis in our client chat. People are selling fucking 200 grand cash collected so far this month. This was just a couple of hours ago, right? This is not me asking people to say things. This is people just showing fucking wins on a daily basis, right? Like literally daily basis. Actually, hourly basis. Client, people just fucking win in here, right? Every couple of seconds. If I scroll back anywhere further, you'll just see metal. So just so you know, people don't call these sales in here, they call them metals. Metal. So like people just fucking sell all day in this shit. So you get the curriculum, the community, and the call. So you're around the right people. But this isn't a group coaching program or a coaching program. You get a personalized one-to-one coach that I help speak to as well, meaning that they've been trained by me. Faris is probably the person you'd be working with, and Faris and myself. Literally every day, we are in here reviewing conversations, actually mapping out offers for people, actually mapping out the exact offer linking breakdowns for people, actually putting together ChatGPT prompts to help people actually write new content, actually helping people answer the questions they're experiencing, actually helping people go through the questions they have, actually writing out the exact progress they need to actually make today to actually hit the amount of clients they need to take to hit their monthly revenue goal this month. And then we get them to show what's worked, what's not. But the reality is here, as to why I'm showing this, is like, we don't leave you to your own devices, right? Like we check in, we check your numbers, we review your calls. We do this twice per week on a routine basis so that we can actually see what is it that's preventing you from actually signing the amount of clients you actually want, because we actually give a fuck. We have someone here one-to-one to help you install offer linking and the social pre-conversion funnel into your fucking business. So here's what Predictable Sales will help you do. I want to help you build instant trust with your ideal clients by installing the offer linking method into your marketing and have them see themselves in everything you'll post, making conversations, call bookings, and scaling calls on a weekly basis an absolute fucking breeze. We'll give you a step-by-step formula to grow your business into $1 million business. We will help you install our social pre-conversion sales funnel into your business, making it extremely fucking easy to copy and paste everything and market it right away. We'll give you your own personal one-to-one coach who will help you with offers, review your marketing, your calls, and everything you're doing until you're closing at least one client a week. 3 group coaching classes a week to help you or your team on marketing, sales, or setting. Access to a community of 6- and 7-figure entrepreneurs who actually want to work with you, who actually want to connect with you, who are all winning, who all give a fuck about you, and genuinely end up probably becoming some of your best friends. We'll give you 120 days of working with me and my team to help you scale your business, and in a private chat with me that we actually get to speak with you on a daily basis if you want as well. We help you build a client acquisition machine you can count on to produce every single week. We help you build a team to get yourself out of the day-to-day. We help you build the playbooks to actually do so. We'll even help you train your team up. We'll give you tickets to all of our in-person mastermind events while you are working with us. And even if you aren't, I'll probably invite you to come along anyway because I'd love to hang out with you if you're a client of ours and in the alumni. We'll give you our entire back-end system. This includes all the funnels, all the offers, all the templates, all the SOPs, all the scripts, all the emails, all the texts, and we'll help you master sales and get you across everything you need from a sales coach that has built teams for someone like Colin and trained over 1,000 sales reps himself to close at astronomical fucking close rates. I will personally guarantee you, if you are someone, if you're the guy that has 500 to 1,000 people in a group right now, within 16 weeks, if you're a high ticket offer owner, you do everything we ask you to do, and you're already successful in the business that you have right now, I will guarantee that you will have a 2x ROI in 16 weeks. I am so fucking confident in that if you book in and chat to us and speak through the actual problems you're experiencing, and if you show me your ideal client, your existing sales process, your existing offer, the way you've been marketing it, and the existing client lists that you have, I can show you how to build a 50 to 100K per month business and build $1 million business within the next year. And I'll put my ass in the line and guarantee that you will 2x ROI in 60 weeks if you are that person. And if you haven't booked a call yet, there should be a calendar below to do so. Fill everything out properly so we can identify how to best help you. And I can absolutely not fucking wait to help you build the $1 million business that you truly deserve. And I will see you on the inside, my man. Peace.